Ancient Egypt, a land of pharaohs, pyramids, and powerful deities, holds within its history a mystery as captivating as the Sphinx itself, the story of Queen Hatshepsut. Her name echoes through millennia, a whisper of a woman who dared to rule as pharaoh, a king in her own right. Hatshepsut's tale is not just one of ambition, but of leadership, innovation, and a legacy that refused to be forgotten. Born into a royal lineage, Hatshepsut's life was intertwined with destiny from the moment she drew breath. Yet, her path to power was not preordained. It was a path she carved herself, navigating the treacherous currents of courtly intrigue and challenging the very foundations of ancient Egyptian society. Her reign, though marked by attempts to erase her from history, shines brightly through the sands of time. The monuments she built, the expeditions she launched, and the prosperity she ushered in all stand as testaments to a reign that was both groundbreaking and enduring. To understand Hatshepsut's rise, we must first delve into the intricate tapestry of her lineage. Her story is not just one of personal ambition, but is deeply rooted in the legacy of her ancestors, who laid the groundwork for her eventual ascension to the throne. She was the daughter of Thutmose I, a powerful pharaoh of the 18th dynasty, and his great royal wife, Queen Ahmose. Thutmose I was not born into royalty, but rose to power through his military prowess and strategic acumen. His marriage to Queen Ahmose, a woman of noble birth, further solidified his claim to the throne. This royal bloodline, imbued with the divine right to rule, flowed through Hatshepsut's veins, marking her as a member of Egypt's elite from birth. The divine right was not just a symbolic concept but a deeply ingrained belief that the pharaohs were chosen by the gods themselves to lead the people. Thutmose I, a warrior king, expanded Egypt's borders and secured its position as a dominant force in the ancient world. His military campaigns were not just about conquest but also about securing trade routes and resources that would ensure Egypt's prosperity for generations to come. His reign was marked by military campaigns and ambitious building projects, laying the foundation for the prosperous era that would follow. Thutmose I initiated the construction of grand temples and monuments, many of which still stand today as a testament to his vision and leadership. Queen Ahmose, Hatshepsut's mother, played a crucial role in legitimizing Thutmose's claim to the throne. Her noble lineage connected him to the previous dynasty, ensuring a smooth transition of power and continuity of royal authority. Her lineage connected him to the previous dynasty, solidifying his position and ensuring the continuity of royal power. This connection was vital in a time when the legitimacy of the ruler was often questioned, and it provided a stable foundation for Hatshepsut's future reign. Hatshepsut grew up amidst the splendor and power of the royal court, surrounded by the finest artisans, priests, and advisors. The royal court was a hub of activity, where decisions that shaped the future of Egypt were made, and Hatshepsut was at the center of it all. She received an education befitting her status, mastering hieroglyphics, mathematics, and the intricacies of Egyptian religion and governance. Her education was not just about learning to read and write, but also about understanding the complex religious and political systems that governed Egypt. Little did she know that these formative years would prepare her for a destiny she could never have imagined. Her upbringing, education, and the legacy of her parents would all play a crucial role in shaping her path to becoming one of Egypt's most remarkable pharaohs. Fate, however, had other plans. The story of Hatshepsut is one of resilience, intelligence, and an unyielding ambition that defied the norms of her time. Born into the 18th dynasty of Egypt, she was the daughter of Thutmose II and Queen Ahmose. Her early life was steeped in the traditions and expectations of royalty, preparing her for a future she could scarcely have imagined. Upon the death of Thutmose I, the throne passed to Thutmose II, Hatshepsut's half-brother and husband. This marriage, while unusual by today's standards, was a strategic move to consolidate power and maintain the purity of the royal bloodline. Hatshepsut, as queen, played a significant role in the court, but her true potential was yet to be realized. Such unions, while seemingly unusual today, were commonplace in ancient Egypt to maintain the purity of the royal bloodline. The royal family was seen as divine, their bloodline a direct link to the gods. This belief justified the intermarriages that kept the throne within the family, ensuring that the divine right to rule was preserved. Thutmose II, however, was not a ruler of the same caliber as his father. His reign was marked by a lack of significant achievements and a struggle with ill health. Despite his royal lineage, he failed to leave a lasting impact on the kingdom. This period of uncertainty set the stage for Hatshepsut's rise to power. His reign was relatively short and marked by ill health, leaving a void in leadership that Hatshepsut, with her intelligence and ambition, was quick to fill. She was not content to remain in the background. Instead, she saw an opportunity to assert her influence and guide the kingdom through a turbulent time. When Thutmose II died, his heir, Thutmose III, was but a child, deemed too young to rule. The kingdom needed a strong leader, and Hatshepsut was ready to step into that role. As the widow of the king and the mother figure to the young heir, she was in a unique position to assume control. Hatshepsut, as the king's widow and regent, stepped in to guide the young pharaoh and secure the stability of the kingdom. Her regency was initially seen as a temporary measure, a bridge until Thutmose III came of age. However, Hatshepsut had other plans. She began to consolidate power, making strategic alliances and gaining the support of key officials. Initially, she ruled as a regent, her power veiled behind the facade of guidance and support for her stepson. But as time passed, her influence grew. She was not content to merely guide from the shadows. Hatshepsut began to take on more prominent roles, her presence felt in every aspect of the kingdom's governance. Yet as the years passed, Hatshepsut's influence grew. She was a shrewd and capable leader, and her actions reflected her ambition. She commissioned grand building projects, including her magnificent temple at Deir el-Bahari, which stands as a testament to her reign. Her image began to appear alongside Thutmose III's on official documents, signaling her growing authority. She took on more prominent roles in religious ceremonies, her image appeared alongside Thutmose III's on official documents, and her grip on the reins of power tightened. Hatshepsut's journey from royal widow to one of Egypt's most powerful pharaohs is a remarkable tale of determination and strategic brilliance. Her legacy endures, a testament to her extraordinary ability to navigate and reshape the political landscape of ancient Egypt. Around 7 years into her regency, Hatshepsut took the unprecedented step of declaring herself pharaoh. This bold move was not just a mere declaration, it was a statement of her capability and vision for Egypt. She adopted all the traditional symbols of kingship, which was a significant departure from the norm, as Egypt had never seen a female pharaoh before. Her decision was met with both awe and skepticism, but Hatshepsut was determined to prove her worth. Clad in the traditional regalia of kingship, the kilt, the false beard, and the double crown of Upper and Lower Egypt, she ushered in a new era for the two lands, one ruled by a woman. Hatshepsut's attire was not just for show, it was a powerful symbol of her authority and legitimacy. By presenting herself in the same manner as her male predecessors, she reinforced her position and commanded respect from her subjects and officials alike. Her reign, however, was not one of conquest and bloodshed like her father's. Instead of expanding Egypt's borders through military might, Hatshepsut chose a different path. She believed in the power of diplomacy and trade, fostering relationships with neighboring regions that brought wealth and stability to her kingdom. Her approach was revolutionary, focusing on internal development rather than external aggression. Instead, Hatshepsut focused on peace, prosperity, and the restoration of Egypt's sacred monuments, which had fallen into disrepair during the preceding Second Intermediate Period. This period had been marked by instability and neglect, and Hatshepsut saw the restoration of these monuments as a way to reconnect with Egypt's glorious past. She believed that by honoring the gods and reviving the sacred sites, she could restore the divine favor and ensure the prosperity of her people. She commissioned ambitious building projects, reopened trade routes, and revitalized the Egyptian economy. Her efforts in trade were particularly noteworthy. By re-establishing connections with distant lands, she brought exotic goods and wealth into Egypt, which in turn stimulated the local economy. Markets flourished and the people enjoyed a higher standard of living. Hatshepsut's reign was marked by economic growth and cultural exchange, making Egypt a hub of activity and prosperity. One of her most notable achievements was the construction of the Red Chapel, also known as the Chapelle Rouge, a masterpiece of ancient Egyptian architecture. This structure was not just a testament to her architectural vision but also a symbol of her devotion to the gods. The Red Chapel was designed with meticulous attention to detail, showcasing the finest craftsmanship of the time. It served as a place of worship and a monument to Hatshepsut's reign. This shrine, dedicated to the sun god Ra, was originally located at Karnak and later dismantled and reconstructed within the walls of the open-air museum. The relocation of the Red Chapel was a significant event, ensuring its preservation for future generations. The dedication to Ra was particularly meaningful, as it underscored Hatshepsut's piety and her desire to align her reign with the divine will. The chapel's intricate carvings and inscriptions told stories of her achievements and her devotion to the gods. Its vibrant red quartzite walls, adorned with intricate carvings and inscriptions, stood as a testament to Hatshepsut's piety and her dedication to honoring the gods. These walls were not just decorative, they were a narrative of her reign, depicting scenes of her accomplishments and her relationship with the divine. The artistry and craftsmanship of the Red Chapel were unparalleled, making it one of the most significant architectural achievements of ancient Egypt. Hatshepsut's legacy, through her building projects and her peaceful reign, left an indelible mark on the history of Egypt, showcasing her as one of the most remarkable rulers of her time.